You want to know what's in the bag? You want me to tell you? You want to know? You want to know? I'm going to tell you right now. Just my haul from Comic-Con. What's up, beasties? It's me, Triple B, your friendly neighborhood bearded book beast. Welcome back to the channel. You're looking lovely. Might I say you're looking splendid. You are looking B-E-A, beautiful beastie. I hope you're having a great day. Thank you for being here. So today I am going to talk about my excursion over the weekend. I live in Western Michigan, and the Comic-Con came to Grand Rapids, which is a big city nearby me, a growing city that I like to go and frequent for fun things sometimes. And this weekend I went to Comic-Con. Every year me and my son go there, and this year I brought my daughter as well, who is 11 years old. 10 years old. Had to make sure she didn't see me make that mistake. She turns 11 in December, so she's 10 years and 11 months. Close enough. She's almost 11, basically 11. Anyway, she came along and we had a great time. She wasn't a huge fan of the crowds, and I did get some footage. I'll show it now. It was a lot of fun. You know, you walk in, you get to see everybody in the kind of entrance area and their costumes and stuff. We walk around. I go up and down once just to check everything out. I didn't take a lot of footage because I just need to get better at just being confident and just getting in there. But when you're walking, I don't like holding my phone up to get above the crowd. I don't like people to think I'm like recording them. And then when I did get a picture with one author that I was excited to see and excited to get his book. Because I just happened to be lucky enough to get to him when there was no one in line. But most of the time there's people behind me waiting. I didn't want to make them wait, so I didn't want to ask for pictures or try to do an interview. But I need to do that next time, especially if I go to a bigger one where it's more spaced out and there's more stuff and more room. But it's a little tight at this one. To get a picture with Jim Hines, who is the first author that we will talk about. So first up, though, I did get the program for Grand Rapids Comic-Con. Gotta get that every year. It's always fun to have. And then, like I said, I talked to Jim Hines, who's the author of the Goblin Trilogy, Jig the Dragonslayer, The Legend of Jig, not Jen, The Legend of Jig the Dragonslayer. Very cool. This is an omnibus. It's got books 1, 2, and 3 in the trilogy. I love omnibuses, and look at that flop. Look at that beautiful flop. I love the artwork on there. It's very satirical, parody, plays with some tropes, and it just sounds like so much fun. I wanted to check this out for a long time, so I was excited that he was there. I was able to get a signed copy of this beautiful omnibus. Let me tell you what it is about. They call him Jig Dragonslayer. Jig really wishes they wouldn't. If you think it's hard being a hobgoblin or a human, try living a goblin's life for a while. In fact, try imagining what it's like to be the runtiest goblin in the caves, the lone worshiper of a god who's been forgotten for a good reason, and the target everyone points to at the first hint of trouble. Try picturing yourself as Jig Dragonslayer and see how you like it. Despite impossible odds, Jig the Goblin is still alive. He's been trapped in an adventurer's quest against a dragon and a necromancer. He's caught in the middle of a pixie invasion that has ogres and trolls dropping like flies, and most frightening of all, he's facing the threat of being made chief of the goblins. And when war starts brewing in the world outside the mountain, and the goblin lair is invaded by human warriors in search of the rod of creation, Jig knows it's just the start of another really bad day. Jig isn't sure how much he can stand. Naturally, he's about to find out. So this just sounds like a lot of fun. Can't wait to check it out. I've heard really good things about Jig. So I'm excited to check this out. Jim was a super nice guy. I got to talk to him for a while, and I got his info so that I can keep in touch with him and have him on the channel for Beast Friends Forever, which will be awesome. So thank you, Jim, for taking the time to talk to me and for signing this book for me. It was great to meet you. Look forward to getting to know you more and diving into your work and sharing it and shouting it out to everybody. So hope you had a great time in Grand Rapids, Jim, and we'll talk to you soon. Next up, another author sitting near Jim that I talked to for a little bit was Evan Hecker, and I got book 1 of his series, Warrior's Legacy. Book 1 is The Uncovering. I got this beautiful hardback, of course, signed by the author. And let me tell you what it's about. It sounds pretty cool. So, when war is rekindled on planet Rybanan, 16-year-old Esmer is forced from his home. Now he and his group of newly acquired friends are on the run, caught up in an age-old war with the Dagatons, who are a lizard, Komodo dragon, lizard-like humanoid species. And no, Timothy Wolf, they're not good lizards. These are the bad guys. So it is not glorious. When they... Sorry, inside joke there. When they find 8 magical necklaces that once belonged to great warriors who protected the universe, they soon discover that the necklaces are more than they appear. They give them powers. Will this new team of heroes be able to use their newfound powers to end the war and save the universe? I'm going to find out when I read this. Sounds cool. It reminds me a little bit of like Power Rangers. These teenagers that find these necklaces that have powers from these old ancient warriors, and they have to try to save the universe and the planet. Sounds pretty sweet. So, I mean, the tagline says, a group of teenagers with ancient powers battle against a race of lizards ravaging the galaxy. Sounds pretty sweet. I loved Power Rangers as a kid, so I don't know why. That's just what it made me think of. And I'm excited to check it out, or Voltron, something like that. But they have powers, not big Zords or whatever. But still sounds pretty sweet. Thank you, Evan. It was great to talk to you, man. Excited to check out your book. These will all be linked down below, so you guys can check them out too. And I'll be in touch, Evan. Love to have you on the channel eventually too. Thank you, my friend. And I did get a bookmark from Jim for the Jig the Dragonslayer, so that was pretty cool. And it has all his different series on the back. He does have a few different ones. He's got the Goblin series, the Princess series, Magic Excelibris, Janitors of the Post-Apocalypse. That's one I really want to check out too. And he wrote a book, Fable, based on the video game, which is pretty cool. So yeah, he's got a lot of cool stuff. I'm excited to check out your work, Jim. All right, then another author I came across that I wanted to check out their stuff because the cover looked beautiful to book 1, and it was such a good deal. I got book 1 and 2, and that is the Tales of Iryvalya, Bloodlines, book 1, and Crossroads, book 2. Look at those stunning covers by Leanne Kelly. Beautiful covers, and I got to talk to Leanne for a bit. She was such a lovely person. So fun to talk to. I'm excited to check out these books and have her on Beast Friends Forever too eventually. But she signed them for me. Was super nice. I got to talk to her for a while. Got some swag, got some stickers, a pin, and a bookmark with the original cover to book 1. That was cool. But it was a lot of fun. Let me tell you what the book is about. So it says, the world is not like yours, or my world is not like yours. It was once peaceful, beautiful, prosperous. Then the elves came to power. The elves are bad in this. Greedy and vengeful, the elves split into 2 rival clans, the Perithian elves and the Lumeria elves. These 2 clans have been fighting for centuries, laying waste to everything in their way. Some rebels, the Drakes, believe in the prophecy that a mixed blood elf will end the war and unite the world in peace. And they believe that mixed blood elf is me, an orphan named Nyrivi, raised by fairies whose true identity has been hidden from me for so long. And me, how can I bring peace to Iryvalya, a world I've barely seen? And do I even want to? Sounds pretty interesting, nice and short, and just beautiful covers. So I'm excited to check these out. Thank you, Leanne, for taking the time to talk to me, for signing these beautiful books, and for the swag. I look forward to diving into your world, sharing my thoughts, and getting to know you better, and checking out all your other stuff too. So thank you very much. I hope you had a great time at the con as well. And then I always like to check out graphic novels. So I did come across one that I had to get. I always like to get at least one book, one comic, usually more, obviously. But I wanted to check out this one because I love werewolves. And there was a indie-made graphic novel called Lycan, Solomon's Odyssey. I got volume 1 in paperback, and volume 2 hardcover was the same price, so I got the volume 2 in hardcover. Look how beautiful those are. And because if I got the hardcover, I also got a free art print, so of course I had to do that. And I picked this one. Look at that artwork. Isn't that sweet? Looks awesome. Very cool. I know. So, let me tell you what it's about here. Everyone knows the origins of vampires, but have you ever asked yourself, where did the first werewolf come from? Was it Lon Chaney, St. Christopher, Lycan? No, long before any of them ever existed, Solomon was born. In 8000 BC, times were tough, but Solomon never lost his sense of levity. Born into the family responsible for creating one of the first villages in history, right next to a lush oasis with his big brother Kuwari, his best friends Hikmah and Sharaf, by his side, responsibility seemed to just roll off Solomon. However, he may run from his duties. Eventually, they catch up to him, and even he'll have to grow up. There are numerous dangers in the desert, whether it's the deadly creatures roaming marauders or even the baking sun. However, Solomon will soon find that when faced with desperate situations, there are far worse things waiting for him out there. When desperate situations lead to desperate decisions, Solomon will be forced to live with the consequences of those actions. Creator and writer is Dennis Robinson. The artist is Sal Denaire, and I really just love his art. It's got like a gritty, cool look to it. Oh man, look at that. Just looks sweet. I'm excited to read this, and he's got more coming out soon. So yeah, I'm just really pumped. Of course, signed by the writer, which was really cool. And he was such a nice guy. Thank you for taking the time to talk to me, Dennis. I'm excited to check all this out, and then hopefully have you on the channel eventually, and continue to dive into your works and get to know you more. He was a great guy. We talked for a while. I wanted to get a picture or do an interview, but I got to get over that feeling of holding people up. You know, I didn't want people to walk away because I was taking too long and not buy his stuff. So I'll get better at it. But anyway, thank you. It was nice to meet you. I hope you had a great time. I hope you sold a lot of stuff, and I am excited to read all this and share my thoughts with all my beasties and the rest of the world. So thank you, my friend. And finally, because I love, and I did get a bookmark from Dennis too, which is pretty cool with the graphic novel. So finally, I love graphic novels and books, and there was an author there that I thought was so cool that they had a mix of both in the same series. I had to grab it. I got some cool swag, got some bookmarks, some stickers with each character on it. And what this is it's the Boston Metaphysical Society. So it's like an alternate history, Boston in the Victorian, late 1800s era, with supernatural stuff and powers, and it sounds very cool. So we have a prequel short story collection, and then this generation leads into the next, which is a prequel book that goes to volume 1 of the graphic novel. So very cool. I'll read to you what this says. Politics and Power, Demons and Spirits. When ex-Pinkerton detective Samuel Hunter married Elizabeth Wellsmore, the heir to one of Boston's great houses, he knew his life would change forever, but he never expected the return of Elizabeth's psychic abilities. Not only do they have to keep it a secret, but Elizabeth must learn quickly how to master them. For a psychic in a great house is a political liability which her father, Jonathan Wellsmore, knows too well. As the great house's jockey for power, the three of them must contend with the treachery, subterfuge, and potentially a new demonic threat in this political and supernatural thriller set in an alternate history, Boston of 1890. So yeah, that sounds pretty sweet. I'm excited to check all this out, and the author signed this for me, Madeline Holly Rosing. She was super nice. It was great to talk to her. She was pumped about her world and her books, and I was excited to buy them and support her and also dive into this. And this is also from a division of Source Point Press, which does a great job with indie comics. I love it. So I was excited when I saw that too. I love to buy their stuff. So thank you. It was great to meet you. I hope you had a great time at the con. I hope you sold a lot, and I'm excited to dive into this stuff and share it out and get into all your stuff. So I had a great time, and I hope you guys enjoyed getting to see my haul. I think I made out pretty well. And yeah, I hope you guys enjoyed seeing what I got. Leave me a comment. Let me know if you've heard any of this. If you want to check any of it out, it'll all be linked down below. Also, let me know if you've been to any Comic Cons, if you like to go, or if you have any planned, if you haven't been to any, or just say hi, because you know I love to chat with you. If this is your first time here, I'd love to have you subscribe. We'll be Beast friends, which is awesome. and you'll be part of the Beasties. You'll know when content comes out, and you'll get to hang out with us every time a video comes out. And if you're not ready to subscribe, but you want to check out more stuff, I have lots and lots of shorts and videos and content for you to check out until you're ready. So I hope you're having a great week. Hope you had a great day, enjoyed the video, and I will see you guys in the next one. And until I do see you in that next one, devour your TBRs, be brave, be beautiful to one another, and be beastly. We'll see you guys. Take care.